This place is called the Labyrinth, and this is another one of the many worlds in this game. But before progressing more into this, I used the teleport crystal to finally go back to Ward 13 and use the boss materials from the last world boss and create my first boss weapon, which earned me another trophy. Bossing up. Crafted boss. I also got another trophy for crafting my first non-starter weapon mod. That looks cool. Expanding horizons. Crafted non-starter weapon mod. With my newly crafted weapon and some upgrades I made to my previous equipment, I went back to the labyrinth to progress through the world and find the world boss. The next world boss were these giant cubes called the Labyrinth Sentinel in an actual labyrinth boss room, and the only way for me to destroy them was to shoot out the white cubes, which were the weak points, but the cubes would roll down these pathways in the maze, and then there's the other ones that were floating in the sky as well that had the same weak points, but they would just rotate in the sky, so they're pretty easy to get. The more difficult one was trying to stay alive and not get crushed by the giant cube. When we defeated this boss, we also got another trophy. With the sentinel down, I continued to progress through the area until I found a room with a giant floating orb, with a person floating behind the orb from our view. But as we made our way up the steps, the orb turned around and began transforming the place and moving us around, trying to attack us, before the scene pans to the floating person, which turned out to be Clementine. And yeah, we finally found her. But Clementine tells the orb to stop, and it proceeds to explain who we are. After that, Clementine and our character proceed to have a catch up and then explain who the giant flying orb was, who turned out to be the Keeper. He uses this labyrinth to protect the other worlds from the root, which he's clearly losing in, as we've seen what happened to Yeisha. He uses this place because it's actually the bridge between different worlds like Yeisha. The Keeper then proceeds to scramble our brains. I guess this is what he needed to do for us to understand him, because I guess he wants to talk to us after we show this glowing white fragment that we found. Yes, I didn't bring it up before because there wasn't a cutscene for it. It was just kind of a boss drop. But anyways, Clementine and the Keeper talk about this index thing that's supposed to be like a failsafe against the root, and that the key we got from the boss is what's supposed to help start the process. So the two kind of just sent me on my own way to go to these other worlds and basically do the same thing I did on Yeisha.